This video, I want to talk about how to get rid of mind control and how you can live from your intuition as a basis. So, intuition is the primary thing, and mind control has to be gone to access the intuition fully. So, how you can get a more clear intuition is by first acknowledging that you have some patterns, emotional baggage, and belief systems, perceptions, assumptions, and everything like that. That's normal because you get influenced and manipulated all the time. And to make that disappear, we have to go inside of the mind because it is working on the mind. Assumptions are from the mind, it's from past experiences. And perceptions are created by social medias, by other people's perceptions, and what you saw by other people in their lives what was happening. It creates perceptions about the world, how it is working, how people are, but it is never true. There's no absolute truth in this. When you are aligned with your intuition, you can go past normal conditions of the human life because intuition knows best. And if you are living with your intuition, miracles can happen. It is normal, actually. Like miracles are not even miracles, it's just a natural thing, but it is a natural thing from the unseen world and not something we do as the ego. The ego has no power in this. The ego is more like the physical we have. Ego can help you in physical reality, but it should be created by your soul, like your intuition. Your actions should be from the heart. So I want to say it in that way. It's more like your thoughts, your actions, and your feelings are formed by the heart, by the intuition, and by your soul. You can experience that, but to take actions from the heart, you can't take actions from mind control and manipulation, all those things, because you have only two choices: following conditioning or following your heart. And in that way, you have to dissolve the mind control first if you are not able at this moment to do it. So I'm going to explain now how you can get rid of mind control. So the first thing you have to do is to look at your own life and see in where you have something that doesn't resonate with your heart. Or you can say you have to see where in your life is pain, or what are you doing that you know deep inside is not the right thing to do, but you are doing that because you just do it without knowing why. And you have to feel sometimes in daily life, in your actions also, if there is some friction, friction that something isn't right, that's also a sign of a pattern because intuition is never with this heaviness. It is not based in fear. Intuition is just in stillness and it's calm and it's in a loving way. So that's the way you can find patterns and also be very true to yourself. If you feel some friction where something isn't right, something isn't adding up, and even if it is small, there can be a big belief system behind it. So write that down. Write down what the points are in life that you feel this friction and that you can feel that something isn't right or you feel emotional pain. Write that down. Write down what the thing is. And you can write one thing down. You can write everything down, but The point is, write one thing down, and then you have to focus on that one thing. And when you write that down, you write down what your pain is or what your belief system is. A belief system is very easily. If you write down what your belief system is, what you learned from parents or school or society, you just write it down. And then you have to be very critical about this belief system or the perception. And don't choose a side. It's just from the neutral perspective you are going to be very critical and researching without any form of books or information from the outside world, just pure from yourself, from within. You're going to examine if it is true or not true. And in this way, uh, you have to be two parts. One part is observer, and one part is the program, actually the ego. So you write down that belief and then you're going to ask yourself, why do I believe this? So an answer can be like, because people in society also do this and this is how it is working. Okay, and then the question is, if it is working like this, is it true or is it the best thing to do? What does it say if everyone is doing this? What does it say for me? And then it can be like the answer that the ego is giving. It means for me that I also have to do this because society is working in this way, and also have to be doing this because I'm a part of society. Then the question is, who says you are part of society and that includes that you have to do, that you have to take the same actions and everything have the same perception as them? Then you can get an answer like, it's normal, it's always been like this, and this is just how it works. Ego can be a little bit stubborn in this, so you have to be pushing sometimes a little bit deeper in it. And then you can ask a question like, okay, but if I'm not doing this, what am I afraid that will happen? Then you can get deeper inside the fears that are underneath, like being judged or excluded from a group, things like this. And that's very big. A lot of people can't be themselves because they are scared that they are getting judged and people are uh, not wanting to be friends anymore with them and they have negative thoughts about them, all those things. So there's fear underneath of it. If there was no fear, everybody shall be very authentically doing what they want and not be an NPC. So you have to go deeper and deeper to find your own motivations in the belief system. So if you have the fear, then it's why am I fear to being judged? What's scary about being judged by other people? So then the ego can come with a new answer like it's scary because uh, maybe people don't want to see you anymore or people just are talking behind your back. So you have to ask yourself then, and even if that's the case, what's the matter with that if they do that? If you are being yourself and this is the result that they are doing, what's the matter with that? Then you have different anxiety underneath it. So you're going further and further in it, deeper in it. And then it can be that you are just scared that you are not a part of anymore of the group you are in and things like that. So you go deeper and deeper and you find out that you maybe are being scared to be lonely and to be alone and live alone forever. So that's a deep part of the belief system that is um, creating this whole thing. And if you can dissolve that and be clear about what is happening there, then you can see that being a part of society and doing what the other peoples are doing is actually a reflection of the fear of being alone. But when you take that part of being alone and you go deeper into the belief systems of being alone and watch if it is true or not that you can be alone. You can find out that that's also not the truth because if you're your authentic self and you are alone in the first place, but you will be yourself, what will happen? What can happen also? If you think about that, if you are being yourself, you can find other people that are resonating with you. Then you can get maybe different belief systems about, yeah, but how am I going to provide myself and all those things. These are all belief systems and mechanisms that you can uh, contemplate about and find answers to it and just go deeper and deeper into it and just only you can already do it only to get that understanding about how psychology is working and what are the hidden motivations of your own actions and your own feelings. Why do you keep feeling this way and why are you doing things that are not aligned with your heart? So in this way you can find a lot of information. And then when you have that clear understanding about what is happening in that deeper level, and you let that go, you can create some space inside of yourself. And then just ask yourself and connect with your intuition. What is it what I really want? And not what do I want because I want proof of other people, but to really be in stillness and connection with your heart to feel what you want and what you want to do and what is your purpose or whatever you want. And then create some space in your life to do that, to go for your passion and for what you want to do. You don't have to do everything in one time. It's just taking small steps. You can be even playing a little bit of the NPC life and a little bit of authentic life just to prove yourself it is safe and to gain more and more experience and more knowledge. And then if you allow your intuition to take care of you, process will be very quick. You can see very quick things. Things will come to you. Maybe you get triggered a little bit somewhere. You take that situation and then you turn it into gold by contemplating about it. So if something is triggering you, you take that moment, even if it is negative, it isn't negative because you can turn it into something positive by doing inner work and getting a lot of knowledge with it. Because the trigger is showing you something inside of yourself, and if you dissolve that, you can become more free. So that negativity is actually positive if you choose to use it in that way. And then this is what you are doing every time with the triggers. And every time you feel something isn't right, and so, even sometimes you feel something isn't right, but you want to do something else, but it keeps getting stuck, something isn't right, you just take some time alone. You write it down, you are contemplating about it. Just give yourself like 30 minutes in stillness, no books, no external information, just your own truth, your own inner guidance, and contemplating about it. And when you do that, you can see it from within, from your own research, that things are not true. It's actually very simple. And when you are getting that understanding about how belief systems are working, all the belief systems are very easy to deprogram, to let them go, because you already understand on some point that every belief system is actually just a choice and that the building blocks are the hidden motivations from fear and all those things. And a lot of belief systems are just assumptions, just something you heard, and you are also acting out without thinking if it is true or not. So you will get more creative if you let things go. You have more access to intuition. You feel more free. You have more energy because the negative energy, the negative emotions are going away. And if that is away, you have more happiness, stillness, and calmness inside of yourself. And that isn't costing you a lot of energy. What is costing a lot of energy is all the programming and all the emotional damage and all those things. So if you dissolve them, you gain a lot of energy. And you feel so much more clear. You have access to your intuition, and that will be the primary thing for your actions and your goals. And you don't get influenced by other people if you know yourself very well, because if someone is influencing you, you can, even if that happens, you can feel something isn't right. And if it is triggering you, you know what to do inner work, and then you let it go, and you get more and more and more power. And that is very helpful in life. So that's it for this video.